Hey guys, how you all doing? I'm Paul the Tech Giant, and tonight I'm going to be showing you my personal picture settings for this 65-inch B9 OLED from LG. Now the settings I'm going to be showing you are ones that I use on this external Sky Q box. So that is standard definition and high definition settings. And also I will be sharing settings for HDR, Dolby Vision and gaming. And along with that, I will throw in a few little tips to help prevent burning. Right, before we start, I just want to make it perfectly clear that in no way am I a professional calibrator whatsoever. I'm not an expert or anything like that. I'm just an average guy who has adjusted the TV to the way that he likes it, and I'm just going to share those settings with you guys so it may help you out. Now, as I always say, you know, if you are happy with the way that you've got the TV set, then that's all that matters at the end of the day. It's your TV. So please do not take any notice of other people who may say to you that, you know, you shouldn't have it like this, that or the other. At the end of the day, they ain't the one who's got to watch your TV. You have. So as long as you're happy, that's all that matters. So the way I would say to look at it with my settings, that it's just something to just try out. You know, you may think they're absolutely horrible, and that's absolutely fine. You know, you might think, oh, it's, you know, not bad, but needs a bit of a tweak. And again, that's absolutely fine. So, you know, don't be afraid to mess around with your own settings. You know, it can take some time, bit of fiddling around, but, you know, that's what all those settings are there for. You know, get in there and have a bit of a mess around. You know, you ain't going to do any harm. There is always a reset button. So, like I said, just get on and mess around. Right, so starting off then, we will take a quick look at my Sky Q box and a couple of settings for that, for any of you UK Sky Q owners out there. Now, this is the box I got. It's the 2TB version. And with this TV, personally, what I find best is if you go to Settings and then go to Setup and Audio Visual. I set mine to 1080p and not ultra high definition. Reason is, I find when you put it in UHD, it softens up the picture a bit. And I think when you put it to 1080p, that basically the TV does a better job of upscaling the image itself rather than telling the Skybox to do anything. So that's what I set it to. If I am watching anything that is 4K, I will put it to UHD because you can't download anything otherwise if it ain't in that. But regularly, I just put it in 1080p and let the TV do its stuff, and it seems to just look a lot sharper. Now, another little tip I've got for you guys is to do with burn-in prevention. Now, what you want to do is go to Preferences and then to Standby Mode, and you may want to think about put it on Active. Now, what this will do is when there's been no input to the Skybox, you know, by the remote, by you changing channels or anything like that, it will put the Skybox into standby because you know, if you fall asleep or anything like that, you know, it could go on to a station with like a static logo or something like that, which isn't ideal then. And, you know, you could be asleep for 8 hours or whatever. So it might be worth just popping that on as it may prevent any screen burn. Moving along now, and we are now going to look at my just regular settings now that I use for my sort of day-to-day use of my external Skybox. Now, I'll repeat that again, it's an external box, so the settings may be slightly different if you are using them for the inbuilt tuner, so just bear that in mind. Right, so what I'm going to do for this is do a long press on the settings button on the remote. And we will start off by having a look here, and we've got energy saving, and we've got that set to off. Now you've got additional settings here. Now, on this, you've got ultra HD deep color. Now you're going to want to turn that on if you've got it connected to, again, let's say a Skybox or a games console or anything like that, so you can get your ultra HD deep color. So yeah, make sure that is ticked for that. Then you've got your OLED panel settings. Now, In there, you want to make sure that your logo luminance, or well, I say you make sure, well, this is what I personally put it to. I set mine to low, and I've got screen shift ticked. Now, pixel refresher, I'll just quickly tell you guys what this is for. Now, if you are noticing potentially any burning or banding or anything like that, you can manually get it to do a long refresh, which takes approximately an hour to do, and that will sort of clean up the panel and hopefully get rid of any sort of nasties that you may have on that screen. So something worth keeping in mind there with that one. Now, coming back out of that, what we're going to do now is head to General and then go down to Eco mode. Now, out of the box, my one was set to 4 hours for auto power off. Now, again, I would recommend putting this down to the minimum of 2 hours. So again, if there is no input to the TV whatsoever in 2 hours, it will automatically shut off. So again, very handy if you sort of doze off on the sofa or anything like that. Now we are going to actually look at the picture settings themselves. So up to picture, and then you click on picture mode settings. And to start off with, should I say, I am in picture mode standard user. I have AI picture turned on. Now, I must admit, I've messed around with this. I've had it on and off a few times now. I've left it for a while, and to be honest, I've not really noticed any difference, but I keep it ticked on anyway. They say it enhances things, so, you know, I suppose it can't really do any harm. I've not noticed anything negative, so I leave it on anyway. OLED light, I've got it set to 90. Contrast is 93. Brightness is 51. Sharpness is 37. Yes, I know that is high, but that's the way I like it. Color, 58. Tint 0. Color temperature, C20. Now we're going to go into advanced controls. Now we've got dynamic contrast low, dynamic color low, preferred color, don't bother with that. Color gamut wide, super resolution, I set this to high, and gamma is medium. Backing out of that and moving on down then to picture options. Now for this, I have noise reduction on low, MPEG noise reduction low, smooth gradation low, black level low, motion eye care off, and true motion to clear. Moving on to some Dolby Vision content now. And once again, what we're going to do is do a long press on the settings button. And again, pitch mode settings. And as you can see, Dolby Vision there. And we are again in the standard user mode. AI picture is grayed out. So moving on, we have got OLED light 100, contrast 100, brightness 50, sharpness 34, color 64, tint 0, color temperature C20, advanced controls. We have dynamic contrast medium, dynamic color medium, preferred color don't bother, color gamut is grayed out, super resolution medium, and gamma is grayed out. So coming back out of that and moving on down then to picture options. So noise reduction low, MPEG noise reduction low, smooth gradation low, and the other two are grayed out there. Then motion eye care off, true motion clear, and AI brightness off. Right, and finally we are going to have a look at the game settings. So as you can see, when I click on it, we are on picture mode is game user. Now I will be honest, I do fleet between sort of the game mode and just generally the standard mode that I use for my Sky Q box, because sometimes I find that in certain games that the game mode can make it look like a sort of low FPS on it really. It's sort of a bit stuttery in that. Some games it looks okay, others not so great. So you might just want to sort of try out the different options and just see which one you prefer. But for you guys who want to use the game mode, these are the settings that I use. Now, AI picture is grayed out. So we've got OLED light of 89, contrast 89, brightness is 51, sharpness 28, and color 56. Tint is 0, and then we go to expert controls. Dynamic contrast is off, super resolution medium, color gamut auto, gamma 2.2. Don't bother with white balance or color management. Oh, I put my teeth back in. Oh, I don't know what's going on with me lately, I tell you. Right, and then picture options. Noise reduction off, MPEG noise reduction off, smooth gradation off, black level low, real cinema is grayed out, motion eye care off, and true motion off. So there you have it then, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed that video, and if you did, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed, then maybe think about subscribing for more of the same in the future. So thanks very much for joining me today, and hopefully I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye for now.